So here we are at my wonderful beach because I wanted to share it with you, and I wanted to allow that you can access what your beach is within you, what makes you feel so fantastic. You might not like sand on your feet or the wind in your hair, but there's something that you do absolutely love. There's a feeling that you always can access and go to in traffic and at the supermarket line and various places where you don't want to be. You can go there within where you do want to be. So we're here because I want to be able to allow that you tap that which is not your ocean or your garden or your quiet place. Tap that which is the thing that bothers you, the thing that's so difficult in the world, all the many frustrations, the ways that life hits you with circumstances, and then it allows that all of those deep feelings that you have, all that story that you're telling yourself comes up. And the use of the story that comes up, that you're telling yourself, is meeting you at your beach, is meeting you where you can then do something about it. You can then meet it with the power of your wonderful place, your peacefulness, your way that you can then make alchemy and turn it around. So go now to that which frustrates you and saddens you and makes you feel that you're telling yourself the same story over and over, like, oh, you can't ever lose that last 20 pounds, or why can't you ever keep a job after a certain length of time, or why is it that love has eluded you? And every time a circumstance comes in your life, you go back to that story. You go back to, oh, I've done everything right and it turns out wrong. Whatever the way that you're telling yourself and the way that you are perceiving the circumstances of life. Go there and tap that and allow that now to come out and be released out from your body in front of you. Feel how that feels. It can come out from your, what I call your emotion bucket, which is your solar plexus and tummy area, or your heart center, or perhaps you're prone to headaches. So then you will feel it coming out of your forehead. Feel that thing that has continually visited you and you've been carrying, and allow it to come out of you and put it in front of you. And now when you do, what does it look like? How big is it? What color is it? Recognize and notice. And when you're ready, let it go away. It will leave you. It will disintegrate. It will go where it needs to go. And it's not your business where it leaves you to go to. When you release it, it is free to go and be no longer with you. Allow that to happen now. And as that is happening, feel how you feel within you when you no longer have that thing, that belief that has kept you in anguish, has kept you 20 pounds heavier, has kept you believing a certain limitation about yourself. How does it feel in your body when you no longer have that inside of you? Feel the feeling. And it could be an empty feeling, because after all, that was a big hulking thing, and now it's not in there anymore. So you would feel an emptiness. And the empty space is where peace is. The empty space is where something like love, for instance, can enter. The empty space is quietude and health and rest and rejuvenation. Feel how that feels when you have that empty space within, and it feels so good because it belongs to just you, and it is your body being all for you. And when you feel that, put maybe 1 or 2 or 3 even physiological characteristics to it. In other words, what is it are you feeling physiologically? Do you feel warmth in your heart, or a loosening, a relaxing of the muscles in your forehead, or a ease in your tummy area? Feel physiologically what that will be, and note those. And now, as you go through your day, today and tomorrow and the next and here forward, when you notice that you are habitually going back to the old feeling, the old constraint, the old carrying of that yucky thing, instead, allow it to be gone, allow it to be recognized that it is no longer there, and allow that instead you are feeling that replacement, the warmth or the relaxed muscles, the lightness. A lot of people want to say that it's a lightness of being that they feel when that thing that they've been carrying, they're no longer carrying it. So this is your practice. This is a way that you are changing the patterning in your DNA, changing the way your body runs energy. And as you change the way your body runs energy, that you no longer have the job of carrying that thing that you no longer have within you, then you get a different pacing in life. You have a different lightness of how you look to the world. You no longer carry a belief system that limits you. And when that happens, watch what happens, because your whole life changes. Your whole way that you are in the world. It's like you've moved up a rung of the ladder. And so your view of the world is higher. Your view of the world is completely different than it was the rung of the ladder below. And when it is so, in that way, then the whole world is completely different, because it's a step up in viewing. And then as you are at that next rung of the ladder, so you can then be on the next and next and next rung. And with that, you then know that you have the ocean within, or you have your garden within, and that you can access it at any time. When you can access it at any time, you then understand the power of yourself, the presence of yourself, and in that way, you make, instead of hell on earth, be heaven on earth.